Hey guys, this is a weekly series where we take a look at the best designs and animations of the week and then talk about what we like about them. Let's get right into it. To start us off this week, here we have a beautiful and colorful landing page for a promotional website. I love how they have a very strong color palette with that bright orange and a really large font to create a completely immersive experience for the user. This also really helps to differentiate the brand from other wellness sites that usually use a more minimal color palette. This animated shot shows how a user can send money by simply using a QR code. The flow is simple and seamless and has a super clean UI and an engaging and simple loading animation that turns into a green checkmark to reinforce to the user that the transaction has been completed. This next app is for a super specific but important functionality, which is a request for an employee to take time off. This could be kind of a complicated process, but this app makes it super clear and easy for both the employee and the employer to keep track of when the time off will be, how many more available days there are, and if other employees are off at the same time. I love how specific and useful this application is, and the design is also super minimal and clean. Just a quick note, guys, if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to subscribe because we've got a lot of cool content coming out soon. Next, we have a landing page for an application that helps users to sleep more soundly, which in turn will lead them to have an improved productivity during the following day. This landing page uses a dark background, which reminds us of a night sky, and incorporates a gradient from the branding in various different ways, from the background to different illustrations to some of the font. Next up, we have a beautiful website for different recipes, which have these lovely colorful illustrations and a nice touch showing that the soup is steaming hot. I like how concise and simple the instructions are with no extra fluff, and it is easy for the user to see how long the recipe will take to cook, how many ingredients they will need, and how highly rated it is by other users who tried the recipe. This next website project is an elegant page to provide visitors with information about different art galleries and the exhibitions they hold. It is both functional and simple, but also very artistic, and uses an animation and colors that remind us of brush strokes across the screen, which is very appropriate for an art gallery. Overall, a very creative and interesting design. Here we have a landing page for an investment company. The dark background is contrasted by these bright pops of gold and a rich blue hue. And there are some subtle lines and gradients shading added to the background to add a bit of depth so it doesn't feel so flat. The stacking animations as we scroll down adds a nice touch and helps this landing page feel a little bit more dynamic. And our favorite of the week is this gorgeous landing page for a brand of an IPA beer. The main standouts in this site is the parallax animation effect we get during the scroll and the strong vintage feeling fonts that make the website feel like you're reading a beer menu at a hip bar rather than just a website. I also love how the bottle stays with us in the center as the user scrolls down, and all of the text and images are organized around it. This really gives us a sense of layers and depth, especially with the shadow that we get around the bottle. Just a wonderful design overall. That's it for this week, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know in the comments below what your favorite design was. We would love to hear from you. Make sure to click that notification button and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. We post every single Monday. That's it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.